Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel again. So today in this video, we're going to see one of the interesting real-time interview questions on AWS. Okay, so which is on EBS volume formatting. Okay, so let's straight get into the question. So the question is, can we use the EBS volume to store files without formatting? Okay, for example, I've created EBS volume. Okay, but I wanted to use it, right? So what I have to, how I have to use it? If you want to use that EBS volume, first of all, I have to mount that EBS volume into EC2 instance. From there, we can use it, right? So there is no other way that we can use the EBS volume to store files without mounting that volume into EC2 instances at this moment, right? So now in this case, can we use the EBS volume to store files without formatting? First of all, we should understand what is formatting in Linux. Okay, the formatting is in Linux is nothing but making a file system. Okay, so for example, whichever the operating system you're going to mount it, and that particular volume has to be having the same file format, file system format, so as that much matches with the operating system. Okay, for example, in Linux, it has to be mkfs.ext4. We have a different file system called ext4 and ext3, and ext2 is a really old version of it, right? Like so there are really the ext4 file system is kind of a latest one. Okay, so everybody's started using that one. So now you're going to see that the interview may ask you the question, really interesting question. Okay, I created a volume. I've attached to the volume to the EC2 instances. Okay, so that EBS volume, right? So now, is it possible for me to use the volume without formatting it? So now the answer should be no. We cannot use the EBS volume to store files without formatting. Okay, so that's the answer, as simple as that, right? So now we are going to see that in real time, that how this is gonna work. Okay, now I'm coming back to the console. Okay, if you can see here, I have a two EBS volumes because I have a two instances over here. Okay, cloud institution VM1 and then the cloud institution VM2 is the two VMs I'm just having. So I'm going to I'm going to connect to first instance. Okay, it is logging in, and I'm going to check how many volumes are currently having in the system. Okay, now I'm going to sudo su. Okay, I'm going to root. So now I'm going to see that how many volumes are there in this virtual machine. So in order to check that, what is the command we use? In the last video, we have seen that we have to use lsblk is the command. Okay, so lsblk is the command which we have to use to see how many volumes are there. As you can see here, slash dev x vda, so it is under slash dev xvda. So it is under this folder. Okay, so this is the volume has been attached to this one. So now what are we going to do is that we are going to create a new volume. Okay, so we have slash vd xta here. Okay, and we are going to create a new volume. So volume is create, and the volume size I'm going to give 10 GB, and then I'm going to create the volume on AP South 1B, because that the instance which has been created is under AP South 1B availability zone. Okay, so as you know that the EBS volume and that EC2 instance should be in the same availability zone to be able to connect it. Okay, now you can see I have so now I have three volumes. So this volume is not attached. Okay, so the 10 GB volume is not attached. I'm going to click on action and then attach volume. So it is taking some time. Okay, I'm going to refresh it. So now if you can go and see attach volume, it should be enabled. Okay, so now attach volume, click on here, click on cloud institution one, that VM, and then select device. So I'm going to choose slash dev sdb. Okay, as you can see here, there is no volume called slash dev sdb, and also here also sdb, there is no such file or directory. Okay, so now as soon as I'm going to mount it, I can see this slash dev sdb volume will be attached to my EC2 instance. Okay, so now still is not, it's taking some time. Okay, so let's give it up some time. Okay, so okay, I'm so sorry. I have just attached this volume to slash dv cloud institution 1 VM. Okay, but I already logged into cloud institution 2 VM. Okay, yeah, it's not a problem. I'm going to detach this volume. Okay, and attach this volume to cloud institution 2. Okay, so now I'm refreshing it. I'm going to do a volume attach volume to cloud institution 2. Okay, so to B. Okay, now it's been attaching to the right instance. Now if you can see here, I'm going here and I'm going to click on ls. So now you can see this volume has been attached, and also you can see the lsblk command to see if the volume is been mounted, attached it or not. Okay, lsblk, see that slash dvxdb is already been there. Okay, now what are we going to do is that we are going to mount this volume. We are going to start using this volume without formatting. Okay, let's see what is the error we are going to get. Now I'm going to create a folder called mkdir cloud institution. Okay, this is the folder I'm creating it, right? So mkdir cloud institution, and then I'm going to try to mount that, mount this file system, mount slash dvsdb this volume to cloud institution. Okay, so this is the exact error which I want, which I was talking about. So as you can see here, the mount slash root, cloud institution wrong fs type. What do you mean by wrong fs type? Wrong file system type. Okay, so which means that you have not formatted as a proper file system. Okay, so the volume has to be formatted in order to, so mount to this cloud institution folder. Okay, now if you wanted to format it, we are going to use one of the command called mkfs.ext. Okay, if you can give slash ext and give tab, there will be a three types of ext file system will be showing. Okay, mkfs.ext4, ext2, ext3 and ext4. So ext4 is the latest version of the file system. Okay, so then you have to use ext4. Then the then the device name is going to be slash devxtvb. Okay, let's click on it. Okay, so now it's creating a file system, okay, with this block. All right, everything looks good now. Now I'm going back and do the same command again, and before that I'm going to see inside the cloud institution folder. Okay, nothing is here. Okay, so I'm going back again and I'm going and entering the same command again to mount it. Okay, boom, it's mounted. So now I'm going back again to the same folder inside and see if I can see any kind of extra files are there. See, there's a lost plus found folder is there. Okay, this lost plus found folder will be created, once you have mounted the file system to this particular directory. Okay, so you have to be understanding this. So this can also be interview questions that, so I've so what is lost plus found, folder is all about. Okay, so now hope you understand this one, right? So what it is, specifying you means, so if you have a if you're having a EBS volume, okay, you cannot attach or you cannot use that, start using that EBS volume without mounting that volume, sorry, without creating that volume to ext 3 or ext2 or ext4. So you have to format your file system to any one of these, the extensions ext2 or ext3, ext4, then only you'll be able to use it. Okay, so hope you understand this concept, right? These are all kind of real-time questions. Okay, now see, no, we cannot use the EBS volume to store the without formatting. So now we have formatted it. Okay, so hope you understand this concept. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us, okay, on this number. And if you wanted to have kind of any course inquiries, or if you want to take up any kind of courses on AWS or Azure or GCP, Terraform, Kubernetes and all this stuff, please reach out to us. We're happy to help you with that. Okay, thank you so much and see you again in the next video.